When starting a guided meditation, most people like to get into whatever position makes their body feel most comfortable. So whether you're sitting down in a chair or lying on a bed, you can take a moment to adjust your body, stretch out your muscles, and take in a few deep breaths. And prepare yourself for an exercise that invites you to look within and further explore what you spend your time looking at. So you may close your eyes, or you can keep them open for a bit longer if you'd like. And it's interesting that when asked to picture something, you really can have your eyes open or closed when watching something on the screen in your mind, which is kind of a nice tool to have during times like these, when it's more understandable than ever to want to tune out for a bit and take a peaceful break from all that hostility and divisiveness in the world, and just slow down, relax, and use the screen in your mind to picture things that make you feel good, like a special place, a pleasant memory, or a random scene generated by your imagination. Whatever puts you at ease and helps your body rest comfortably is just fine. And when something more pleasant asks for your attention, or you just no longer feel like watching whatever you're watching, you can always just use the remote to your mind's screen and change the channel to something different. Considering at the end of the day, regardless of the screen, you have control over what you watch. Your time is your time, and you don't have to sit around with your eyes glued to things that aren't good for you, because you are in complete control of where your eyes go, which at this time can become securely closed, with your eyelids feeling heavier and heavier, while your breathing becomes slower and slower, allowing the outside noise to become quieter and quieter, helping you easily travel through the landscape of your mind to discover new information, even rediscover old information, like how it can feel good to have some control, and that it can feel good to have a say in the things that happen in your life. And it can feel good to sometimes distance yourself from those demanding voices, the ones insisting you must do this or should know about that, because it can sometimes be confusing to understand what you really need to know or need to do. Like nowadays, in what many consider to be the golden age of streaming, with a vast amount of great shows to watch, it's so common to hear someone say, "You have to watch this show, or you need to see this documentary. So you plop down on the couch, getting into a comfortable state like you are in now, where your mind is relaxed, but also intrigued to see if what you are about to watch is worthy of your time. A recent show may start replaying itself on your mind's screen at this moment. One where the story made you feel something. The type of show that stays with you afterwards. Of course, there are other instances when it's not a good recommendation, and you gradually start to realize, this really isn't worth my time. So you happily cut your losses to go find something more enjoyable. And you may be slowly starting to remember how common it is to feel differently than others when it comes to which shows are good. Just like it's perfectly understandable to feel differently about other things as well. And how some things that make someone else feel something don't quite have the same effect on you, because you don't have to feel what other people feel. Therefore, it would be perfectly okay, even advantageous, to ask yourself, what do I really need to see? And in an interesting way, you can discover more and more in time that you can question any outside voice or any voice inside your own head when it tells you that you need to see something. Because if something you're watching isn't good for you, you can absolutely change the channel or press the off button altogether. Especially if the things you're spending your time watching are causing too much clutter. And it would be perfectly understandable for you to want to declutter the things taking up space in your mind. And given the times we are in at the moment, there are probably a few things you'd prefer not take up so much mind space. And one way to begin the decluttering process is by picturing a nice, soothing sensation, warm or cold, forming at the very top of your head. And with each breath you take, this sensation can move down your face and into your shoulders like a calming massage through your back and chest muscles. And as the tension begins to melt away, your muscles can slowly start to feel like jello, experiencing a deeper state of calmness, while this sensation continues to slowly scroll through the bottom half of your body, into the front and back of your thighs, going gently down your shins and through the ends of your toes. And of course, you are in full control of this calming sensation. And similar to how you would scroll on a phone screen, you can scroll back up or scroll down to whatever body part needs this relaxation the most. Appreciating how the more calm you feel, the less cluttered your mind becomes. And you are already aware that there are many different ways to go about calming yourself. Some people have a ritual they do. Some people have a place they go. Some people have a special room they go to where they can exhale and unwind. It may be the room you are in now, or a room you'd like to be in, or an imaginary room you could envision in your mind. A cozy room that is exactly to your liking, with the furniture, decor, and wall colors you get to choose. And what might you put in such a room that would make it unique to you? As you take the time to consider this, you may be reminded of the time it can take to put together a room. Assembling furniture, hanging pictures and artwork. What starts as a blank slate becomes a creation as you slowly learn how to put things together and figure things out, absorbing new information, learning to create something, then feeling capable after having finished, experiencing that sense of accomplishment that floods through your body. And you also know that it doesn't require a 300-page manual to put together a piece of furniture, nor would you ever need a day-long seminar on how to hang a shelf. Because sometimes you just don't need that much information, especially considering the general knowledge you already have. And it's interesting to think about the tasks that you complete every single day, both big and small, and how you can easily function without knowing everything. Like how you can listen to these very words through an electronic device and not be an expert in electronics. Or how you can engage in a meditation like this, even if your knowledge about the mind-body connection is limited. You can still deeply immerse yourself in a journey through the mind, like you are right now. Discovering the important questions to ponder, such as how much information is enough information, to where you can confidently say, I think I have an idea of what's going on, and simply move on to something else, something you can say for certain will be good for you. Even if you can't say for certain how the next 4 months or the next 4 years are going to play out, just like you can't say for certain if it will be later today or later this week, that the next time you find yourself doom scrolling on your phone, you absolutely can feel certain of your ability to take back control. Reminding yourself, I don't need to watch this, and find it easier than ever to put your phone away, given how effortlessly it will be to remember at the deepest level possible that the remote is in your hands, and you have control over what you watch. So the next time you feel that rising tension in your body, telling you that you need to find that last bit of news, you can tell yourself assertively, I probably have enough information, and maybe the extra information I'm looking for isn't necessary. And you can experience vividly how logging out and putting your phone back in your pocket can bring an immense amount of relief and comfort. Because you don't have to watch anything you don't want to watch, or waste your time gathering information you don't really need. So before bringing this experience to a close, you can take all the time you need to allow this new information to sink in, and this newfound sense of control to sink in. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and think about the meaningful things you want them to see.